Hi, I'm Emily Hargrove and welcome to Prime. The Dallas Video Festival will be 25 years old this year, which is a huge accomplishment, especially for a non-profit video festival in the US. I am here with Bart Weiss, the director of the video festival, and with Alan Mondell and Cynthia Salzman Mondell from Media Projects Inc., who are here to talk about their tribute at the festival and the video festival as a whole. So everyone, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Really, well, I want to really talk about your careers because what you have both done is extraordinary in your careers as filmmakers. But let's touch on the video festival first of all. 25 years, Bart. Yeah. That's amazing.
Well, what I like to say is when I started the festival, I had a jump shot and black hair, and both of those are gone.
But you still look very distinguished.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So in the beginning, it's like there were all this great work that I was seeing, but not seeing at any festival. And, you know, it kind of worked well, and people kept coming, and we kind of expanded, and here we are 25 years later.
So in terms of the evolution, the 25-year evolution, how has it evolved from 25 years ago? Did it start off as just a few films that you were showing, and then where is it today?
We started off with, we were showing one room and a lot of work in those days, and then very quickly we went to 2 rooms and 3 rooms and 4 rooms and added a few more days and showing stuff on television and trying to expand in every way kind of we possibly can imagine. Of course, my thing is I'd love to show you as many things as I possibly can in those 4 days. Like there's stuff to see out there and you got to come and see it. It's really, really kind of great. And you know, the stuff that we've shown has grown from, you know, people with these little cameras that weren't doing very well that look really bad to high definition, to every kind of technology that's happened. And now that high definition is like on your phone, and the quality of all that stuff is great. So the dream that we all had that you could, somebody with a little bit of money could make something that look really great, that's finally happening.
It's extraordinary, isn't it?
And you know, when you think about our history and you think about the history of what these folks have done, the technology has enabled them to reach more people, to have things that look really great, and you know, it makes people with ideas go further in reaching audiences and making good films.
Yeah, but what was also very exciting about the video festival was Bart was bringing films and videos that you couldn't see anywhere else. I mean, the conventional video festival, film festival, was showing much more kind of standard fare.
Right.
And Bart was looking for, in addition to standard fare, the unusual. And that was really exciting for so many of us living in Dallas who weren't in New York, who weren't in San Francisco. So that was an important
And that's a huge feat,
Yeah.
finding the unusual and then choosing the unusual in which to show.
Indeed. Every day I get up and see, like, what can I find that nobody else is looking for?
I was going to say, do you sleep?
Yeah, but as I tell my students, there's plenty of time to sleep when you die.
Well, that's a good way of thinking.
Yeah.
So you show everything from classic films to modern day.
Classic television, like one of the things we're showing this year is 2 episodes of This Is Your Life, a classic TV show, which just happened to be the first place that the Holocaust was presented on television or film. It's the first time that this horrible event got portrayed through American media and done through this really kind of cute celebrity usually based program, and how those 2 things came together is really kind of great. So there's this history of television that people sort of don't remember, and then there's all the stuff that's going on that's new and wonderful.
Right. Well, and it's a 4-day celebration.
Yes.
And you're going to, and as I say, we're going to touch upon the work that these 2 have done. But you bring in other filmmakers as well from from across the nation.
Yes. Yes. We have a lot of people flying in, and they're going to be showing really great work.
Anything that will really stand out that you want to let the audience know about?
Well, one of the things I'm really happy we're showing, which we're not unfortunately bringing in any celebrities for, but this film called Side by Side, which is about the transition of film to video, sort of all of the issues that we sort of have dealt with about what's a video festival? How's that different from a film festival? Those are all brought forward in this film. And
the technology's brought in there as well.
Right, it's sort of what is that all about? And you know, the schedule was locked, and like I heard about this film and I said, I have to show this film. For the 25th anniversary, we have to do this. And so I wreaked havoc with our staff and everybody connected to us to make this happen. But it's kind of important.
And it premiered this year at Tribeca, is that right?
Yeah.
And so this is going to be the Texas premiere of it.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's a huge feat.
Yes.
And so in terms of honoring,
Yes.
Alan and Cynthia have both had incredible careers together and separately. And so what was it about these two that you said, okay, this is going to be the 25th year, this is going to be their year to be honored?
Well, I've known Alan and Cynthia since I moved to Dallas in 1981, something like that.
Yes.
And we used to, everybody said, you got to meet these people. And I met them, and they were like the people who connected me to the film community. We used to go to their house once a month and show films on 16 millimeter, and there was a group of us. And essentially the core idea of that is what we do at our festival. And they have set a role model for filmmakers in our community about making great films, staying true to your guns, and making a living, making your work. And so the ideas, the issues, their passion, and their history is something that really needed to be celebrated. Mm-hmm. And as every year we see new films come from them, we look at them individually, but to see them as a whole trajectory and see the different kinds of issues and how they all fit together is really very powerful. And you know, I haven't sat down and watched them together, and they mean something different.
And so the two of you really bring independent filmmaking to the fore. I mean, you are independent filmmakers, you always have been. Right. That's correct. And so that's inspirational for people that say, I want to be a filmmaker, but how do I make it happen? And you two really do make it happen.
Well, I actually started in reel-to-reel video with the reel-to-reel video pack, which was, you know, horribly heavy, and it was terrible to edit, and it was a difficult medium to work with. Mm-hmm. Alan started with 16 millimeter film.
Yeah, I mean, part of what people don't understand about the independent filmmaker, because I mean, when you throw out independent filmmaker, what does that mean? In the world of documentary film, which is what we've been doing, I mean, it's meant developing an idea. Sometimes it's our idea, sometimes someone will suggest an idea, and then it's also going out and raising the money, which is one of the most difficult parts of what we do. Which
the
is part
is making the film.
Yeah,
right.
Which is the independent part of independent filmmaking. Then hopefully we've raised the money, we go out and make the film, and then there's the other part, which is the distribution. And that was part of what we wanted to do. I mean, if we were going to make independent films that we thought could make a difference, could change people in very constructive ways, then, or change ideas that people had about certain issues, if we could do that, we'd want to distribute it and make sure it got into the hands of people who could use it responsibly and make a difference in their communities. And so that's what we did. I mean, and along the way, we also have made a little bit of money, you know, from doing that. So we go out and raise the money, we make the film, and then we distribute it.
Well, and you two have helped change people's lives through the films that you've made.
I believe we have, yeah.
And that, I mean, and I don't think that you can ask for much more than that. And if you're trying to get a film across with a message, I mean, that is, to me, that's incredible.
I think we really learned, I learned that with some of the work that I first did, because I saw it upset it was about housing in the city, and it was about some racial concerns, and the mayor got upset about it, and the federal government came in, and so I saw some things that happened there. But when Alan and I did a film called Who Remembers Mama, about what happens to middle-aged women when their husbands leave them, it talked about the emotional and economic devastation, and it was used to show lawmakers what really happens. It actually changed laws for women.
Wow. Wow.
And so that's when we really knew that this is what we wanted to do together, because we saw the impact that that film had on people.
And not many people can say that. And so, and now you've just finished your film Waging Peace.
Yes.
And Cynthia, you've got Soul Sisters. That is a work in progress.
Right. It's a film about women's life stories told through their shoes, and it's really a women's empowerment film. It's telling women's stories, and it's also exploring women's identity through something that is their shoes. And it's an important accessory to many, many women.
So many. And I saw your 5.5 minute work in progress had me in tears. It's a really wonderful piece. I can't wait to see it, because it's going to be a really wonderful piece. And Waging Peace is...
Yeah, it's Waging Peace, the Peace Corps experience. And I was in the Peace Corps in Sierra Leone, West Africa, in the early 60s. And I've always wanted to do a film that conveys that experience. So what I've done is, with Waging Peace, I've mixed the letters, journals, blogs, and emails that were written while volunteers were in the field with the profiles of 4 former volunteers who today are still trying to make a difference. But while it's about the Peace Corps experience, I mean, the film is also about the value of volunteerism.
Absolutely.
You know, whether it's internationally or whether it's in your own community. And it's also about the importance of cross-cultural understanding. I mean, the world's shrinking, the globe is shrinking. And in this country particularly, there are a lot of immigrants from different places. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to understand that in many ways we are different, but in many ways we are the same. So I'm hoping that the film, which I'm going to distribute now to colleges and universities, to community groups, to high schools, to libraries, will get into the hands of people where they can see some of the same themes and values.
I hope so, because it's volunteerism is so important for everybody, and for you to show that since the 60s, what you've been involved with it. I mean, I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet. But you're going to be showing clips of both of those films, and then your other films over the last 30 years of your filmmaking.
Right, at the Dallas Video
Festival.
It's 35 years.
35 years. Well then, so the two of you, that is an event not to be missed, because the audience can come and have real time with the filmmakers about your life as in film, and
if they have stories to tell about their shoes, I'd be
very
happy to talk to them.
Well, what I want to do is at some point get you both back and to talk more about your film and more about Soul Sisters as well. But the Dallas Video Festival is running September 26th to the 30th at the Dallas Museum of Art, and we're very excited. Thank you all so much for coming on. Good luck with it, and I can't wait to come along. So we will be right back.